Hey, how's it going? Hope everything is well with you and yours. So recently, Potensic released a brand new controller for their Atom 2 drone, and this one has a built-in screen. So that's what we're talking about today. I've got the Atom 2 over there. We're going to put it in the air and see how this thing does. But I also have my DJI Mini 4 Pro over there with the RC controller with its built-in screen. So later in the video, we'll compare the two and see how this one matches up. Let go. All right, this is the Potensic PTD1 remote controller. And before we get back outside, I want to give you a close-up look at this thing. I really like the form factor. I like all of the Atom series remote controllers. And this one is my new favorite. I mean, it's like a robust cockpit of a controller. The one without the screen is large. The one for the original controller for the Atom 2 is already pretty large, but this one is even bigger. And actually, let me grab that so you can get an idea. So this is the original controller that comes with the Atom 2, and it is already a nice size controller that I really like. I have decent sized hands, so I like a big controller. And you can see this one is even bigger. And I think you can see right off the bat how bright this thing is, but you have a few options for getting this controller. The controller itself costs $279.99. You can also purchase the standard kit, which includes the Atom 2, the controller, and one battery for $479.99. Or you can get the Fly More combo, which comes with the Atom 2, the controller, and 3 batteries. All right, and that one goes for $599.99. The screen resolution is 1080p, and it looks really good to my eyes. Nice and sharp. It has a 5.5-inch touch screen and 700 nits of brightness. And to give you a reference point, the DJI RC controller here also has a 5.5-inch screen and 700 nits of brightness. And why don't we just power this on? And we'll compare how they handle direct sunlight once we get back outside. But spoiler alert, I couldn't pick up any difference in this two screens. So you can see here that they are pretty much the same in brightness. Transmission range is 10 kilometers or about 6 miles. And you get 3 hours on a full charge. And Potensic says you'll get to 90% charge in 1 hour and 25 minutes. Okay, let's take a look at this thing. Very similar to the original controller in terms of placement of the buttons. Here's your power button here. Got your return to home button on this side. Got your video record button here. Photo button on the other side. And you have 2 programmable trigger buttons. C1 defaults to pointing the camera down 90 degrees and back to level. And C2 defaults to changing your flight speed from normal, video, and sport. The left dial here tilts the camera up and down. The right dial zooms the camera. It's digital zoom versus optical. Now it does have a built-in fan, and you will hear that kick on, at least I did. It's barely noticeable though, but the fan vents, you can see those here. So it does have internal cooling. You got your removable gimbal sticks here. So nice place to store those when not in use. And on the bottom, you'll find your USB-C charging port. And the controller itself has 32 gigabytes of internal storage, but you can expand that. As you can see, it has a micro SD card slot. All right, if you swipe down from the top of the screen, you can access the settings, and you can see you can control the brightness and your audio volume. You can record the screen from here, take screenshots, put it in airplane mode, the usual stuff. And then the settings here, you can see how much storage you have, and then let's back out. And then one of the more important things to note here is that you can also calibrate the compass in the controller from here as well. Okay, I think that's everything I think you'd be interested in. So let's get on back outside and see how this thing does in direct sunlight, and also head to head against the DJI RC2. Okay, so as you can see, it is a bit of a sunny day today, but there is some cloud cover. So you'll see the exposure change as the clouds cover up the sun. But I want to give you an idea of how visible the screen is in direct sunlight. So this is direct sunlight, and you can see what kind of reflection you get. This is a glass screen, right? It's not, doesn't have a matte finish or anything, but I will tell you, to my naked eye, I'm looking directly at the screen. It is extremely visible. All right. Now here, if you turn it like that angle there, the reflections make it difficult to see, but who's going to be holding their controller like that? You're going to be holding it just like this. And at these angles, this screen is quite visible, but I will show you that this is at its max brightness. And you can see, you can control the brightness here. Let me do that again so you can see. All right. And I'd say that's plenty bright. I don't know if it's coming through on the video like it is, like I said, to my naked eye, but this is definitely bright enough to handle direct sunlight. So that's good to see. Okay, let's go ahead and take the Atom 2 up for a quick flight. This definitely isn't coming through on the video from what I can tell, but I'm sitting directly opposite the sun. So there's, sunlight hitting the screen here, the controller screen, and I can see it just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and launch here, just demonstrating that, oh wow, it really is windy. Just demonstrating that I can see the screen just fine. That image looks really, really good. And once again, I don't have any specs. The only thing I have is what was indicated on the box. So screen size, 5.5 inches. I forget some of the other info. I'll put that up on the screen now, what I have available. But again, I'm really interested in how many nits this is putting out, because it is plenty bright. Oh, that image looks really good. Potensic is a legitimate drone company, guys. They have quality drones. The Atom series, every one. I've tested every one. I own every one. I have the original SE, which does not have a 3-axis gimbal. They followed that up with the Atom, which does have a 3-axis gimbal. And the Atom 2 is the latest. And again, with the 3-axis gimbal. And now with this enhanced controller, which is great. I'm going to tell you why I absolutely love and appreciate having a controller with its own screen, because having to use your phone can be a hassle. It's not a big deal. I've been doing it for years. I've been flying drones for years, so I'm used to it. But you don't have to worry about getting notifications. And, if you're an iPhone user, you don't have to worry about your phone overheating, which does happen. It hasn't happened with the 15 Pro Max that I have, but iPhones that I've owned in the past, they always overheated. And the screen would dim. There's nothing you could do about it. So there's just a lot of benefits to having a controller with its own screen. The other thing that I'm excited about is I like to compare drones. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a comparison here to the Mini 4 Pro here in a second. The other cool thing is I can have 2 drones in the air at the same time, because they each have their own dedicated controllers, and I don't need multiple phones. So those are just two things that come to mind, but there's a lot of benefits to having a controller with its own screen. I love it. So when I go to grab a drone to fly, I have the Mini 4 Pro. I still have the Air 2S. And I know there's compatibility with the RC controller, but you have to pair and all that stuff. I have my RC controller paired with the Mini 4 Pro, and that's the one I kind of leave it set to. So it's just more convenient to just grab that. I don't have to worry about my phone or anything like that. It's great. So awesome to see Potensic doing the same. I was not expecting this until Potensic reached out and asked me if I wanted to check this out. And of course I said yes, and looks like once again they have delivered a solid product. All right, I'm gonna grab the Mini 4 Pro now so we can do a quick comparison. Okay, so as you can see, we have the Potensic PTS. If I got that name wrong, I'll correct it on the screen. But the Potensic PTS, and I have the RC controller. Both are turned on, and let me show you that they are both at their max brightness. And I have to tell you, and I don't think you can see that, but they are both at their max brightness. Let me see if I can get the camera closer, just so you can see. So that's at max brightness. We're in direct sun, guys. I want to make sure I'm testing this in direct sun. We'll go over in the shade here next, but so they're both at their max brightness. And I have to tell you, to my eye, they are the same in terms of brightness. I almost think, I can't tell the difference. I think they are both the same. But I know I have the amount of nits this one produces, so I'll put that up on the screen. And like I said, if I am able to get that information, I'll put them both up on the screen. But to my naked eye, I can't tell the difference between the two of them in terms of brightness. And you know what? Since we're here and we're doing it, I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to record video. I have them both side by side, sitting over there. So if you want to see a video of me comparing the Potensic 2 to the Mini 4 Pro, let me know down in the comments. I think I'm going to do it anyway because I'm curious. But yeah, I want to see how the video compares. So just going to do a really quick clip here, 20 seconds or so, and compare the two videos. From what I'm seeing on the screen, they look really close, but we'll take a closer look later. All right, let's get over into the shade and check them out. Okay, now that we're in the shade, you can definitely see the screens much better. And it kind of looks like the RC controller, the DJI controller, may be a little brighter. If so, not by much. So let me see if I can bring them a little closer so you can kind of see. I don't know. And I'll put up on the screen what the size of this screen is versus this one. I know this is 5.5. I can't remember what the RC controller is, but man, Potensic has done it again in terms of being an alternative to DJI and being solid. I will tell you that Potensic has been headache free. That's something I always say about DJI. I'm sold. I mean, I really do enjoy Potensic products, and I'm really happy with what they've done with this controller. I like the size of it. I actually prefer it. I prefer this form factor. It just, I don't know, just for me, it just feels better to hold. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the DJI, but yeah, let me also kind of move this around so you can kind of see they're both glass, so you're going to get similar reflections on both. But I don't know, what do you think? I think Potensic is holding its own.